Gregory Keene is here to continue with another chapter of the story.
One by one, the last pieces are falling into place. We found Carlotta's hiding place, and we know a good deal about it. We've taken the last two NightShade thugs but one, Mike Guzik, and we have their only car. They're marooned without transport in a house near the sea, 220 miles from Sydney, and they've only one way left to escape. There's a large ocean-going cabin cruiser moored out in a cove before their house. Well, it's just on 9 o'clock at night, and Cutts and I are here by the side of the highway while a truck grinds slowly by. There's no sound but the rustlings of the night. There are Cutts and myself, Louis Cortez, and a man called Werfel, and two cars. But there's something else. The problem of what to do with these men.
We've been away from the junction more than an hour, Major.
What junction?
Where the dirt road goes away from the highway.
There's no car, Cut. You heard the truck driver. They won't make for the junction on foot, and they won't inspect Louis and Werfel back till midnight.
What are we going to do with them, Major?
I don't know.
Well, we can work it out just as well back at the junction.
All right, let's make a move then.
Did we take both cars?
No, grab the distributor head out of Huberman's car after you've driven it into the trees. We'll stick to our own.
We're taking these two beauties with us, aren't we?
Well, of course we are. Do you expect me to shoot them down in the road?
Just thinking, Major, that's all.
Well, let me do the thinking. Now, shake it up. Get that other car out of sight and then get in the back of ours with the goons. I'll drive. We can't do much more till Sherry gets here. She should be on her way by now.
Yes? Well, what on earth kept you? Yes, I know perfectly well it's hard to get petrol after 6:30, but for heaven's sake, why don't you keep some drums down there in the garage? Well, is my car full now? All right, I'll be down at once. I'm more than an hour late already. Oh, have I got everything? Keene will be starving. Sandwiches, thermos, brandy, money in case they're short. Yes, that should be the lot. We're off. Oh, who in the devil's this? Well, I can't stop to answer it. I'll have to drive like the wind or Keene will think I'm never coming. Who's ringing here now?
Well, there's no answer from the apartment, sir. I don't know how we're going to locate Keene.
Hello?
Just a minute. Hello, Miss Reed?
Yes?
Inspector Murray here. Where the deuce is Gregory Keene? Well, have you seen him? You there?
I don't know where he is.
Well, look here. I left him early this morning, miles away in the country with certain instructions. He should have been back in town by this. Are you sure you haven't seen him or heard from him?
He hasn't been near the apartment since last night.
When he shows up, you tell him to get in touch with me. Do you understand?
I'll tell him.
I should never have left the chap. The affair's out of his hands now, and he has to realize it.
Well, that's something you'll have to impress on him yourself.
And another thing. The NightShade people are still on the loose somewhere. So you stay close to the apartment. No wandering about alone, do you hear me?
You're practically bursting my eardrums.
Well, see that you do as I say. That's all, Miss Reed. But I want Keene the minute he shows his face through your door. Good night.
Good night, Inspector.
These people taking things into their own hands. Why don't they realize Sir Huberman and Magnani could quite well be desperate? If the worst came to the worst, they could conceivably take their one way out, grab a hostage. After what they've done in the past, I wouldn't be surprised. And who'd make a better hostage than that Reed girl? What the dickens became of Keene? That's what I'd like to know.
Yes, me too.
Watch for them about 50 miles past Bateman's Bay. That's what Keene said. I'm an hour overdue. It's 20 minutes to 1 and 15 miles still to go. I should have met Keene before 12. Oh, that won't do. I'll have to judge him better than that. I've come this far without a pile-up. I'd better go the full distance. If only this road would go straight for 100 yards at a time. If Keene doesn't flag me down soon, I'll be a wreck. That's if he's still waiting. That's if he hasn't made a mistake and let those awful people know he's there. Carlotta Magnani and Huberman and that dreadful music. Watch this one. Brake hard and round it full bore.
Look at the clock, Carlotta. They've been away 5.5 hours.
I know that.
Should have been back half an hour ago. The truck couldn't be that slow.
Don't badger me, Felix.
Should have gone myself. Shouldn't have relied on Louis and Bertel. They're a pair of half-wits. Should have gone myself, I tell you.
It's too late now.
Next time I'll make the arrangements. I'll go crazy if I have to wait here day after day doing nothing but what I'm told.
And I shall go crazy if I have to listen to you and watch you slowly going to pieces.
I can't help it. I must be in command. I must have things at my fingertips.
But you cannot stand suspense, Felix. You should have sat with your hands folded in our house on the North Shore. Sat and waited for Gregory Keene to walk in and lead you away.
At least I could have done something about Keene.
You will still have the opportunity. Nothing is left here for us but revenge.
How can you get at Gregory Keene now? I can't stand this. Where are Louis and Bertel?
Stop shouting at me.
Have to keep the car close to us. Without it, we're cut off. Why in Hades did I let you talk me into staying here while they went off with our only car?
Here. Here. Take this. Take it and drink it. Every drop. If nothing else will calm you down, stupefy yourself with whiskey. Do anything. Just stop babbling and babbling at me. Am I under no strain? Have you had these days of waiting to yourself?
Now, what's become of those two? Why aren't they back?
100 things could have delayed them. The truck could have broken down. They may have blown a tire. The roads are winding and rough. There might be no good place to conceal the truck within 100 miles.
I'm going to the main road on foot. Josek!
You are not leaving the house.
I can't bear it, I tell you. I must do something.
It will take you 2 hours to walk to the highway. In that time, you meet Louis driving back. You will not leave the house.
Well, I can take the dog. Might be someone on the way here now. For all we know, they may have been held up by the police.
If I have to hold a pistol at your head, Felix, neither you nor Guzik nor the dog are going out of my sight. Do you hear me? I will not have you losing control of yourself like this.
Carlotta, I have to do something.
I have given you something to do. I have given you a bottle of Scotch whiskey with which to drown your craven fears. There is no one coming for us. There is no one waiting on the highway. Gregory Keene is 200 miles away. We have no nemesis. Only if we lose command and fall into stupid mistakes can we come to grief, Felix. Pull yourself together and be quiet and listen. Soon we hear the car returning and then you'll be all smiles again. Do not make me regret our partnership after so long.
Five to 1 cuts and no sign of Sherry. Should have made it by midnight.
220 miles, though, Major. And she had to get through town before she hit the open road. Light's coming.
Listen. Yes, that's something coming fast. With the torch cuts.
We'd better wait for it, Major. We don't want to stop the wrong car.
I'll pick that great chromium radiator. It won't matter if she goes past a fuse. Here she comes. Here we go, Cuts. I think this is Sherry. 3 short flicks from the torch. 1, 2, 3.
That you, Keene?
Good girl, you made it.
Oh, I've been screaming along like a Grand Prix. Sorry I'm late. The idiots at the garage took an hour to find me a tank full of petrol. Well, what's the score?
Get your lights off, that's the first thing, and pull right off the road.
Where are they? Carlotta and the rest.
6 miles in towards the coast, their track turns off about a quarter of a mile up the road. Cuts are staying to guard the junction. They can't make a boat for it. We've grabbed their only car, and it's 20 miles away from here. They've also grabbed 2 thugs. They're tied up in our car, but I want to get them back to town, and I want to get them hidden.
You're leaving Cuts here alone?
No, he'll be out of sight. He's armed, and he'll keep our car out of sight, but handy. Oh, look, don't worry about it, Sherry. You'll understand later.
Do you want to start back right away?
The minute we've Louis and Verkel in your car. They'll attend to that now. Come on, Cuts.
But are you sure Cuts will be safe here alone?
Yes, of course he will.
Well, I've brought a great parcel of sandwiches and a thermos of coffee. I thought you might be starving.
Give her a great big hug, Cuts. She's worth it. What's up now? Later on, you ass.
Oh, yes, sir.
Sherry, move the car off the road.
Hurry it up, you two. Just sitting here is giving me the creeps already.
You will watch yourself for the next 24 hours, Cuts.
I'll be all right, Major. Anyone who comes out of that dirt road on foot had better watch out.
Good man. It's 1,000 to 1 against them moving on foot with the cruiser moored in the cove, but watch it just the same.
Hey, it'll be just like old times. A standing patrol of 1 with a Luger and plenty of rations. Oh, blimey. I think I'm going to enjoy myself.
20 to 3, Carlotta. 20 minutes to 3 and still no sign of Louis and Verfel.
I still refuse to give them up.
But I do. You can do what you like and say what you like. I'm not listening to you any longer.
What are you going to do, Felix?
I'm going to take my Guzik and the Schmeiser machine pistol, and I'm going on foot to the highway.
No, Felix, no, don't leave me. If the worst has happened, if there is someone waiting, you will walk straight into an ambush.
No one's ambushing us tonight.
Don't go, Felix. You will not have a chance.
I'll have an excellent chance, Carlotta, because Guzik and I won't be going alone.
But there is no one to take with you.
Yes, there is. And he'll be worth 10 men. I'm going to take the dog. Come up.
Sherry and I are on our way back to town with the 2 thugs safe on board. Cutts is alone standing guard at the highway junction. It seemed safe enough when I was there, standing beside him on the road. But as the miles stream by and we get further and further away from him, I'm beginning to wonder. The gremlins are on my shoulder once again. They've been right so many times before.
Huberman and his dog are approaching Tom Cutts at the highway junction. Listen to the next intriguing chapter of Deadly Nightshade.